guys, welcome back to the channel. This is your host, Chris with Shadows Techland. Like myself and other home labbers and a lot of people in the IT industry, at this point in time, you've probably spun up a lot of services, a lot of applications, a lot of web servers, a lot of links to remember. It gets to be kind of a pain in the ass to manage everything after a while because there's a lot to go ahead and remember. And let's say you go to another machine and you don't have all of that information. Then you have to go back and forth. It's just a pain to maintain. At this point in time, I've gone through and I've tried quite a few different dashboards. Don't get me wrong, I do like Organizer. It's pretty easy to use. However, there's more setup involved. Sometimes you just want something to spin up and use and not have to spend a lot of time setting up. At this point in time, I went ahead and I've been testing Heimdall, which is pretty cool. I like it quite a bit. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Heimdall is an application dashboard, as it basically goes ahead and states. However, one of the other cool things that you can go ahead and do with it is you can definitely add in your own links, you can add in custom applications that you've built, and also it has quite a bit of support of what it already basically uses as support for. Now, it's pretty easy to set up. There's quite a few different ways you can do it. One of the really cool things that I do like about this project, granted it is a newer project, so do keep that in mind, is actively being developed and supported, so you do find in the things it's pretty active community. Now, it is backed by linuxserver.io, which is really awesome. I do like that a lot. They have a pretty active community when it comes to Docker and a GitHub repository to where you can get the files for the installer for. Now, regarding installing, there's a couple ways you can go ahead and do this. You can go ahead and use like an Ubuntu VM and you can manually go ahead and set it up that way, which there are links in the GitHub page in order to install manually. Also, it does have Docker container support, which goes ahead and takes a lot of the legwork out for you, so there isn't a lot of manual setup that you do. Now, another way that you can go ahead and do the install is using like a NAS, like Synology, QNAP. I believe they have support in their application store at this point in time, but do not hold me to that because I don't have one of those devices myself. Also, like Unraid or FreeNAS or one of the bigger NAS applications that are out there. Personally, myself, as I've already went ahead and stated in the past, I'm a pretty active with Unraid in my home lab, and they do have support for it that way, so I already do have it installed. Let me go ahead and get that pulled up for you, then we can go ahead and take a look. Now, granted, this picture and the icons, obviously I built it, so it's going to look a little bit differently. You do have the option, as you can see with the wallpaper I have here, it's a custom wallpaper that I've went ahead and downloaded. I didn't make it myself, but I did add it through the settings. And I will show you where you can go ahead and do that. If you go down here to the little gear icon, then you can do background image, view, to view it. Otherwise, you would go ahead and click on edit, and then you would browse out to it and save it, and then that will save whatever icon, whatever wallpaper that you use. And then when it comes to the actual applications that you want to go ahead and add, you can go ahead and use this little 3-bar icon right here on the side right here. And then at that point in time, you just click add. Then you can add in all of your applications, web servers, any microservices, containers, IP addresses, anything that you need to add here. Now, under application type, there's actually a fairly good listing of what's already supported that you can go ahead and add. And that will go ahead and it's already configured for the icon for you. Now, if there is something that you're wanting to add that isn't in this list, you can go ahead and do upload file, and then you can go ahead and click on basically whatever icon that you went ahead and saved, whether it was snippet or from Google Images or whatever that. Now, it's pretty easy to go ahead and add another icon, so whatever the application name is. In my instance, I have my wiki on 2 different computers, on my Unraid server and also on Proxmox on a VM. That way, if I don't lose my information if one of my machines goes down, and then whatever the URL is, or however it is that you are accessing said application, then you can see from the preview here, Bookstack is already an item that is added. Now you can do tags if you want to make it quicker. Like let's say your page gets a lot larger with a lot of applications saved on it, then you can go ahead and you can tag to make it easier for searching later on. Then you go ahead and you say pin, that way it saves it. And then as you can see, another entry has been added here. I'm still adding to mine, but as of right now I've got both my pie holes, I've got my Grafana for monitoring my Unraid server, media downloading services, Plex monitoring, both my wikis, both my pie holes, Unraid itself, Alien Vault, and then of course Proxmox for my VM hypervisor. And I will be continually adding to my application list of what it is that I will be using. I will leave a link in the description for the Linux server IO page for their group for the application dashboard. I will also leave a link in the description for GitHub page, that way you guys can follow the directions and go ahead and check this out for yourself. If you have any other questions, definitely feel free to up on my social media or leave a comment in the video once it's uploaded. Otherwise, have a great day, and I will talk to you guys later.